Well, no, but that's what I like, especially when I have, conversations with Before the Billions. It's usually a longer conversation, and you can definitely, there's time for people to go and come back. So definitely don't feel bad if you miss part of it. It's not, and like I said, I know that you and Mrs. B Finesse and other individuals, you have children, you have other things to do. So I don't expect you to be, memorizing everything I say and reacting to everything I say. So yeah.
I mean, I don't have kids. I watch them. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I remember pretty much what I wanted to say about like the whole superpower thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wanted to go last because I had the ultimate superpower, which was subatomic particle manipulation.
Wow, you're gonna have to describe that to me because I'm not sure if I understood what that would imply.
So basically, I'm able to manipulate particles, even on the subatomic level, which means how everything's matter consists of atoms. So I can manipulate those atoms, effectively doing whatever I want to. So I can manipulate any type of naturally occurring law of the universe. So, like, let's say if I wanted, so I can create things. I'm using that to create things also. So matter. So we have the elements, right?
Yeah.
And the only difference between one atom and another atom is the amount of electrons and neutrons and protons that it has, right?
Yeah.
And so the atom is an atomic particle, and the neutron, electron, and protons, those are subatomic particles. So the atom, when you break it down, it's those three elements, those three particles, and so those are subatomic, right?
Yeah.
So if I can control each neuron, electron, and proton, then I can essentially create whatever atom that I want to, effectively creating anything that I want to on a larger macro scale, right?
Yeah. That definitely sounds interesting as a superpower. I never would have thought of that as a superpower, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about it some years back, I'm just like, what is the most, like other than just being God, what's the closest you can get to that without actually, being a God,
Yeah.
And it'd be science-based because it's contingent, like you're only as powerful as so, yeah, that's the other thing so how you're giving the example of the limiter?
Yeah.
So the limiter for that one would be you're only as powerful as you're smart, So you'd have to actually you don't have no idea how to do it, so you'd actually have to maybe take college classes in chemistry and get a PhD and spend time in chemistry to use it to that extent.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
know anything about the particles or how they actually work. So yeah, so you actually got to know how things work, to build it. So
well, that's it. Yeah. Because I mean, sorry to interrupt, but it's kind of like that idea of, let's say you have an alien that comes to planet Earth and they have that ability, right? And you ask them, build a dog. Well, they don't know what a dog is. You know what I mean? And it kind of speaks to what your idea is, that your power is only limited by your imagination, your capacity to create, because you have to be able to think, okay, a dog looks like XYZ. It has these specific elements, So when I say dog and when you say dog, or if you're the alien, it might be two totally different creatures. You know what I mean? So that's why I find that limit that you're saying is it's kind of inherent to a certain degree of that superpower, because it's like you can only do as much as what you can think of. Yeah.
Have you seen the Green Lantern?
Yes.
It's like that, but more complicated, because with the Green Lantern, all you gotta do is imagine it, and he's gonna make it, right?
Yeah.
But that's why the limit is so brilliant, because it's not everyone can use it, and most people won't be able to use it to its full potential. I like how you mentioned the dog.
Yeah.
Creating a living organism is so crazy, super complicated. because not only do you have to know a ton of like chemistry and quantum mechanics and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but you also have to understand how to place the atoms to create proteins and create cells, like it's just levels and levels. And you also have to understand how a cell works together to make a dog specifically, and you have to know the genome of the dog. Like it'd be almost impossible, or like really, really hard to create living things using that power. Because unless you know the exact genetic information and the order of the genetic information, then you're not gonna get a dog. You're probably gonna get like a lump of meat or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely very interesting. For
And
me, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it can do everything. So it's not just creation. So it's particle manipulation, right? So that also entails like if I want to fly, all I got to do is push the particle of air that's around my body in a certain direction. Or if I want to create fire, then I can create nuclear fire if I decide to separate the neutron of an atom, and it'll create like a nuclear flame in front of you, and I can control everything because everything is made out of matter and everything is made out of atoms, right? So impervious to any attacks, create like a force field that can stop it from moving, because it's just like your imagination and your knowledge is the only limit.
Yeah. No, and I think there's I forgot what, because obviously Superman is one of those that's appeared in the Justice League and so many different shows. I forgot what, show this one was on, but it's an episode where Lex Luthor ends up with the powers of Superman. And when he first gets them, he's in awe because he realizes that what Superman sees of the world is so different. And, he kind of implies a little bit of what you're saying, even though it's at a different degree, where for Superman, he sees the world at that atomic level, he sees those little minutiae, that little bit of, when I look at you as another human being and vice versa. But it's as if for Superman, he sees our atoms, he sees our breath, he sees, there's certain amount of things that he sees that we don't see of each other. And for him, consequently, when Superman intervenes, he's not intervening in the same way I would intervene for you. You know what I mean? It's really intriguing when you see how, even just helping each other, how if you have that power, how you would intervene differently because you have a different power. Your sense of the other person's existence is very different. You're not seeing them in the same way as you would a regular human being seeing another human being.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is that an episode of the show?
Yeah, I forgot because I'm pretty sure it's of Justice League, but I can't remember if for a 100% fact. But I think there's clips of it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure if you put like Lex Luthor gets Superman's powers, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to get to it. But I'm not 100% sure. There's, we were talking about earlier how many sometimes you have characters that are there's too many shows, too many movies about them, and Superman is definitely one of them, where it's like he's been in too many things. I can't always keep track of where I've seen Superman,
You should definitely that was a cartoon movie, okay.
Oh yeah, possibly. Yeah, but it was definitely interesting. And I mean, it's because he is, as you know, an alien, and it's always interesting to see how other creatures, other organisms, how they would, not only did they perceive themselves, but how they would perceive us, and when we look at what constitute lives, we look at it as how life is constituted here on Earth, right? But on Mars, what we consider a simple dead rock could be another life form, but because we don't have the capacity to analyze that life form as it is, for us it's just a rock. But for it, it's a sentient being, and it's wondering it maybe has questions about us, like, why are you touching me? Why are you doing this to me? But for us, okay, it's just a rock. Sort of what I touched upon on before the Billions live stream, where ants perceive us very differently than we perceive them. They might not necessarily be aware. For us, like, what would an ant call us? Like, if they call us anything, you know what I mean? But yet they interact with us on a regular basis, so it's like I've always been fascinated about those questions. Like, if I was an ant, would I be aware of what a human being is? How would I perceive a human? Hello, Mr. Awesome, can you still hear me?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, for a second you went silent. I was like, okay, I was thought maybe
Oh, no. I started talking. I guess I wasn't on the